Good afternoon, everyone.
Hi,
Good afternoon,
teacher.
Chair.
Is there any homework that I gave you?
There is.
It's from what book, right? Is that number 3?
3 and 4.
3 and 4, okay. There's only 3 and 4?
Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. So let's check the answer for number 3 first. So the answer for number 1 is, why did Fred build a DNA testing machine? So what is the reason that he built a DNA testing machine?
To test his and his brother DNA.
Because to test he and his brother's DNA. Yes, correct. And is there any different answer with Jolie? Same or different answer? Just the same?
Same.
Same answer. Okay. Okay. So how about number 2? How is Fred's machine different from a standard testing machine? How are they different from each other?
Fred's machine is made out of stuff from his home, and it's a lot cheaper.
Yes, correct. It's a lot cheaper. That is the main point, right? Yes. And how about the others? Did you get the answer for number 2? Okay, great. And how about number 4? Why? Sorry, number 3, right? Why did he need to heat and cool the DNA sample?
Because it allowed the DNA to separate.
It allowed the DNA to separate. Yes, correct. And how about number 4? Why is Get's hair a different color from Fred's? What is the reason that their hair colors are not the same?
Because Cruz has a different gene.
Yes, he has a particular gene that give him red hair, right? So that will be the answer. And 5, what is the link between Fred's early interest and his future plan? So how did you answer number 5?
I wrote
Yes, it's okay.
I wrote it's still the same, and he will continue at Oxford University to study biochemistry.
So his only interest is also science, right? And when he grown up, he also interested in science too. So that will be the link, right? Yes, correct. And number 6, why is the title a teenage genius? Not genius, it's like genius.
Because of his curiosity about genes.
Yes, actually, yes, Julie, you can continue. That's it?
That's it, yes.
And that's it. Okay, so we can answer like, because he is a teenage genius, right? Who gets success concerned with some kind of like genes, right? So that will be the connection between genius and genes, right? Like, what is the title from Cost book? The similar one. Absolutely amazing. So we just related to like absolutely an application, right? And here, genes and genius, right? And Alexander sent me messages. So he again has some problem with his laptop. So yes, I think his laptop is updated. So maybe he can later. Okay. And we're on left, right? So how about number 4? Use the fact file to write a paragraph about Anne Markosinski and her invention. So did you write it?
Yes.
So can you take pictures and send it to me? Because I have to check your writings, okay? So you can send it to me individually or in a group, whatever. So take photo of your answers and send it to me. Did you send it? Okay, I got from Jolie. Mhm. Okay, yes, correct, Julie. And how about Damo and Migaba? Did you send it to me?
Teacher, can I send it later, teacher? Because I haven't finished a little.
Okay, so you can send it to me later. So how about Damo? Have you finished? Damo. Okay, she left. Hey, how about the connection there? Is connection okay there?
My connection is okay.
Because like they're disappearing one by one. Okay, so let's continue to page number 68, which is quite easy. The word of sub-opera, match the words with the definition. So we'll do this one while waiting the others to join again, okay? So you just have to match the words and their definition, which is really easy. I think it's about to rain here. How was there? How was your place?
Yeah, it's really cloudy.
It's cloudy, right? And it's
Yeah.
about to rain, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
See, I live in Yangon too.
Oh, so where are you, Joey?
Cannoli.
Again, only, okay. It's cloudy there too, right?
Yeah, it's very cloudy.
Oh, yeah. So I think it will rain here, right?
Yeah.
I live in Nottingham and it's really cloudy. as it is cloudy, it's really hot here, right? Hotter than the other days. So shall we check? Okay, the menorah is okay. Okay, Alexander come here. Alexander, is the connection okay da?
Yes.
Okay. So we are doing the exercises from workbook. So turn to page number 68 on workbook da. So number one, bravery. So what is its definition?
E,
E, right? Yes, correct. E. And how about jealousy?
C,
C, teacher.
C, yes, correct. C. How about greed? Number three.
B,
B, teacher.
B, yes, correct. How about ambition? Number four.
A,
A,
A, correct. And how about anger? Number five.
H,
H,
Anger is H, right?
H.
Yeah, strong negative emotions. And how about number six, loyalty?
D,
D,
D, yes, correct. And how about seven, arrogance?
G,
G, right? Yes, correct. G. And modesty,
F,
correct. So they're really easy, right? So write the adjective for each of the nouns in exercise one. So bravery is like brave. And how about jealousy? What is its adjective form?
jealous,
Jealous. How about greed?
greedy,
Greedy, correct. How about ambition?
ambitious,
ambitious,
Ambitious, yes, correct. How about anger?
angry,
angry,
Angry. Loyalty,
loyal,
loyal,
loyal. Arrogance,
arrogant,
arrogant,
arrogant. Modesty,
modest.
modest, yes, correct. Okay, so let's move on to number three. Complete the opinion with suitable nouns and adjective from exercise two. So we'll do number three. So either this is from the listening track. Okay, Damon is back and Nuwan is also back. Is the connection okay there, guys? Damon and Nuwan.
No.
Okay. How about Nuwan to me? Is that okay?
Can you hear me?
Ah, yes, we can hear you now. Did you lost the
Uh,
connection?
Yes, I like in my Wi-Fi every day, like at the afternoon, like around 12, always it's really bad.
Like especially English classes, right? Around 12.
So what are we doing?
Yes, we are doing number 3 on page 68 now. So have you finished? So let's check. What is the answer for number 2? What have you got?
Hungry.
A man becomes
Angry.
angry. Okay, angry because his wife is very beautiful and takes over his whole personality. Yes, we can say angry. So is there any more different answer with Wenhua? Is there any
I
different
wrote
answer?
jealous.
Jealous is also correct. Yes. So angry, jealous. Yes, correct. So how about number 3?
Ambitious.
Yes, they are very ambitious. Correct. And how about number 4? They are
Greedy.
Greedy.
greedy. Yes, they are more. They want more and more money, so they are greedy. Yes, blind and blunt are very powerful emotions in soap opera. So, what will be the answer for number 5 and number 6? I think you just have to change these adjectives into noun.
Greed and ambition.
Yes, greed and ambitions are very powerful emotions. Correct. So, how about number 7?
Loyal.
Loyal. Yes, correct. And how about number 8?
Loyalty.
Yes, correct.
Loyalty.
Loyalty, correct. The high loyalty to Kim can put her in danger or even make her commit a crime. And how about the last one, number 9?
Bravery.
Bravery.
Bravery is an important emotion in soap opera. Yes, correct. So did you get all the answers for number 2, guys? Alexander left again, right? Okay. So let's move to number 4. Create your own soap opera. So you just have to create your own soap opera. So can you do that? Do you think you can do that? Yes, it is quite fun, right? So that will be homework. Don't worry, we don't have to do this right now. So as you need some time to think to create a character or a soap opera, so you need time. So there's this homework. So I'll tell you what to do. You're going to write a profile of a character from a soap opera. So whatever that can be like series or movie or whatever. So they're the same, right? So you just have to create a character of a profile from a movie or from a story. And in your next class, you're going to introduce yourself to other members of the class as if you were that person. So next class will be like on Tuesday, right? So on
Yes.
Tuesday, you are not Mika Bamyumi and you are not Julie, you are not Damo, you are not Wenwa, and you are not Nora, okay? So you have to introduce yourself as the character that you create, okay? So you can be like even a boy, or you can be like girl, or you can even be a woman that you create. So you have to introduce yourself as if you are that person or you are that character that you create, okay? So these are some of the things that you have to based on when you are creating a story or you're creating the character. So you have to create a name. So the name, whatever you like. And why you have chosen this name and why does it say about the person? So based on these facts, you have to give your character a name. So why do you give the name to that character? And is there any hidden meaning for that name? So you also have to explain about the name that you give. And age, you can also create the age, whatever you like. So he or she can be like 13, or he or she can be like 20, or he or she can be like 30, 40, whatever you can create. And for the family, you can also create her profile or his profile. Like, are you single or are you married? So will your character be single or will he or she be married? And you also have to create, are they happy? Are you happy? Like that. Are you happy with your life or are you not happy with your life? Whatever you can create, whatever you want. And personality. So will you be a main character like hero or will you be a main character of villain? Whatever you can create. So personality, you can also create whatever it is, okay? Like generous or cunning or like helpful, adventurous, whatever, okay? And that is your true personality. And for this one, how do other people see you is the personality that they define you. So how do people see you? How do people see your character, okay? So is that clear up to here? Okay. And ambition. What is your ambition? What is your career's ambition? Like to be rich someday, or like to get married with the most beautiful guy in the world, or whatever. Okay. And is your ambition realistic? So is that realistic ambition or whatever? So for example, like I want to be a superhero. I want to be a superwoman. So that won't be realistic, right? So to be rich, to be a millionaire, yes, your ambition can be realistic, right? Or to be a doctor, or like to attend like Oxford University or whatever. So that can be realistic, right? And like strong point of your career. So what are the strong point of your career? For example, you are helpful, you're like adventurous. So that can be your strong point of your career, right? And what are the weak point of your career? So what is your weak point? For example, like you're not outgoing person. So that can be kind of your weak point of your career. Whatever so you can create strong point, and that is your weak point of your career. So it has to be balanced, right? And you also have to create a storyline, like what has just happened to you before the opening of the first episode of your soap opera. So you just have to create the opening of the storyline. What happened to you, like that. So got it? So is there any question for this one? No more. Okay. So in next class, work in small group, whatever, we will work in our group. Ask questions to find out about the characters other members of the group has invented. So next time, next period, we will have to, like, as we have already told, you have to introduce. I'll say, okay, it's raining here. So is there any question for this homework? No more question. So you have to create your own character and your own storyline. And next class, you have to introduce yourself as if you are that character. So is that clear? Okay, so next Monday, I want to get this homework, okay? Okay. And now, it's a copy like my move. Okay, the rain will be like quite heavy. Okay, so there is no more question for this homework, right? So we have finished everything on unit 11. So is there any question for the whole unit 11 from the textbook or from the workbook? Is there any question?
No.
No questions.
No more questions. So let's move to another unit. So we'll move to unit 11. I think the Mary is doing unit 17, right?
Yes, unit 17.
Okay, so she is about to finish. Okay, so I have to catch up with her. So we're doing unit 12. So in unit 11, we are talking about like persons, characters, and personality. So this time we will talk about people and their job. So they are related, right? They are linked together. So for the first one, I think I have to ask you guys one by one. What is your ideal job? So I will start with Julie. Julie, what is your ideal job?
My ideal job? I haven't really thought about it yet.
So is there any job that you think of that, okay, I want to do that one. I want to try that one. So is there anything that you like?
Businesswoman?
Businesswoman. Okay, great. So how about Winwadami? What is your ideal job?
I already told it. I wanna be a space scientist.
Yes, you already did. Okay. So yes, nice choice. And how about Damondami? What is your ideal job?
To be a doctor.
Okay, great. To be a doctor. That is very ambitious. Okay. So how about Megabadami? What is your ideal job?
Teacher, I wanted to be an influencer, chair.
Wow, influencer. Okay, influencer. Like social influencer, right?
Yes, teacher. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so these are your ideal jobs. So let's talk about like vocabulary. match the job to the people in the pictures. So you will see some of the vocabulary and the pictures that describe people's job. So the first one, so you can see the ending words here, like IST, OR, ER, INC, ANT, IAN, and others. So what are these? How do we call these in grammar terms? What? Did you know that? The ending words. How do we call these? အဲ့လေးဘယ်လိုခေါ်လဲသိလား။ကျအရှိမငါပြောခဲ့အဲ့ဒါလေးပြန်ရှင်းမယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့မှပြောထားခဲ့တယ်
Yeah, prefix your opposite.
Yes, surface. Prefix ရ opposite surface. အဲ့တော့ prefix နဲ့ surface နဲ့ဟိုခဏလေးပြပေးမယ်နော်ခဏလေး screen share ခဏရလိုက်နော်
ချက်တော့အဲ့ဒီလေးချက်တော့ရုံခဏ
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, အဲ့ဆိုဂျိုလီကိုခဏလေးစောင့်လိုက်မယ်နော် အင်းစီပြေုံလို့ဆိုဂျိုလီဘက်မှာလည်းမိုးရွာနေပြီထင်တယ်တက်မွန်တို့ဝင်းဝါတော့မိုးရွာနေလားအဲ့ဘက်မှာမရွာတော့ထင်တယ်
မသိဘူးချစ်
မသိဘူးတက်မွန်ကတော့မိုးကုတ်စော်ဝေးရဲဆိုတော့ရွာမှာဝင်းဝါရက်ကုန်းနဲ့နီးရဲဆိုတော့ရွာလောက်တယ်မနေ့ကကျမိုးရီအုံညာလေးဒီဘက်မှာ
ဟုတ်တယ်ဟိုကတော့အမေနေရွာမယ်
အလက်ဇန်ဒါဘက်ကရွာနေလားတာ
Yeah, okay.
မရွာအလက်ဇန်ဒါဘက်မှာလဲ
Maybe.
အာနည်းလေးစောโอเคမရွာဆက်တော့ရန်ကုန်မှာမှန်တယ်โอเคဂျိုလီအဝတ်ရုပ်လုပ်ပြီးသားလား Okay တော့အဲ့တော့မျက်စိရရှင်းတော့ချက်တစ်ခါပြလိုက်မယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ prefix ကတော့ဒီမှာမပါ prefix ကကျတော့ဟိုမှာမပါလာလိမ့်မယ် set point မှာမပါလာလိမ့်မယ်ဒီမှာဆိုရင် prefix emphasis Okay အဲ့တော့ဒီပုံလေးနဲ့ support ရှင်းမယ်လေတူတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ emphasis လို့ခေါ်ရကျွန်တော် prefix ကော suffix ကောအဲ့တော့ emphasis မှာကျတော့ prefix နဲ့ suffix ပြန်ခွဲခြားလိုက်တယ်အဲ့တော့ example ဆိုကျွန်တော်အလွယ်ဆုံး words နဲ့ပဲပြောလိုက်မယ် so happy ဆိုကျွန်တော်ဒီကောင် root word လို့ခေါ်တာဒါသူရဲ့ original words ပေါ့ဒီကောင်ထပ်ခွဲလို့မရတော့အဲ့ words မှာကျတော့အရှိကနေပေါင်းရင် prefix လို့ခေါ်တယ်အနောက်ကနေဆက်ရင် suffixes လို့ခေါ်တယ်အဲ့တော့များသောအားဖြင့်ကျတော့ prefix ဆက်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျတော့ meaning ချိန်သွားတယ်လို့ပြောတာเนาะအဲ့တော့ opposite ကိုတော့မဟုတ်ဘူးတချို့ words တွေကျတော့ opposite ကိုချိန်သွားမှာမဟုတ်ဒါတော့ enclose ဆိုရင် en ဆက်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျတော့ဒါပိတ်လိုက်တယ်ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်မျိုး opposite ကိုမချိန်တော့အောင်တခြား words တွေ like for example readလို့ words မျိုးဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းကျတော့ do it redo it ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျတော့ပြန်လုပ်တယ် again ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်ရတယ်အဲ့တော့သူကအဓိပ္ပာယ်ပြောင်းသွားတယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့တော့ service ကကျတော့များသောအားဖြင့်သူကဘာပြောင်းသွားလဲဆိုတော့များသောအားဖြင့်လို့ပြောတာနော်what form ချိန်သွားတယ်ဒါတော့ကျတော့ happy ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အနောက်က NESS ကလာရင်ကျတော့ noun ဖြစ်သွားတယ်နော်အဲ့မှာကျတော့ ly ထပ်ကလာလို့ရှိရင် adverb ဖြစ်သွားတယ်အဲ့တော့များသောအားဖြင့်ကျတော့ဒီကောင်တွေကကျတော့ဒီ form ချိန်သွားတာပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့ form ချိန်ရင်form လည်းချိန်သွားပြီးတော့မှ meaning ထပ်ချိန်သွားတဲ့ဟာမျိုးလည်းကျ for example ကျတော့ use use ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်အဲ့ဒီနောက်မှာကျတော့ LESS ကလိုက်တယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျတော့ useless ကျတော့ဗာလဲ form လည်းချိန်သွားတယ်ပြီးတော့ meaning လည်းချိန်သွားတယ်အဲ့လိုဟာမျိုးရှိတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီလိုဟာမျိုးကျတော့ prefix suffix လို့ခေါ်တာအဲ့ဆိုရှင်းလိုက်ရှင်းမယ်နော် okay အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာကျတစ်ခါရှင်းပြလိုက်မယ် examples of prefixes မှာကျတော့impossible ဆိုရင်ကျတော့ impossible အဲ့တော့ I am ဆက်လိုက်ရင် opposite meaning ကိုချိန်သွားတယ် understand misunderstand ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျတော့လွဲသွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်အဲ့တော့ understand ဆိုနားလဲ misunderstand နားလဲမှုလွဲသွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်နားမလဲဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်မဟုတ်ဘူးเนาะအဲ့တော့ understand အရှိက miss ဆက်လိုက်ရင်လွဲသွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်ရတယ် dis ကလည်းကျတော့ honest dishonest ဆိုရင်တော့ opposite ကိုပဲချိန်သွားတာပဲเนาะ complete incomplete again အဲ့တော့ in တို့ im တို့ dis တို့ un တို့အဲ့ဒီကောင်တွေကကျတော့ opposite meaning ကိုချိန်သွားတယ်အဲ့ကျခုနကပြောတဲ့ re ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် again ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ် do it redo it read it reread it like that right now over solution do something too much ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ် like overreact တို့ now overact တို့နောက်ပြီးကျတော့ overslept တို့တခုခုကိုပို့ပြီးတော့လုံးမိသွားတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အဓိပ္ပာယ်ရတာ over လဲဆိုတော့ဒီ words တွေအပြင်တခြားသည့်ရဲ့ prefix တွေရှိသေးလား Is there any prefix that you know apart from these words?
Happy and happy.
And what, right? And ဆိုတော့
Yes.
ပါသွားရဆိုရင်အဲ့တော့ဒီကောင်တွေမဟုတ်တဲ့ words တွေသိသေးလား prefix ကိုမှ prefix ထဲမှာ I am MIS DIS UN IN RE over အဲ့ကောင်တွေမဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့တခြားတွေ့ဘူးမြင်ဘူးတဲ့တခြား words တွေဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်ခုနကဆိုပြောတဲ့ EN ပါသွားတယ် Okay sorry for my handwriting EN ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဆိုတော့ close and close ဒီကောင်လည်းဆိုတော့ဒါ prefix ထဲမှာပါတယ်တခြား words တွေ none yes none လည်းပါတယ်ဟုတ်တယ် sense nonsense right none ဒီကောင်လည်းဆိုတော့ opposite ကိုချိန်သွားတာပဲ and is there any more prefix that you knowရှိတော့လား how about IR regular irregular သူလည်းဆိုတော့ opposite ကိုချိန်သွားတာ right how about IL legal illegal ဒီကောင်လည်းဆိုတော့ opposite ကိုချိန်သွားတာ right and is there any more ရှိသေးလားရှိရရှိသေးအများကြီးဟုတ်တယ်မဟုတ် how about this class like pre iGCSE right pre ကျ pre တဲ့အဲ့ကောင် prefix မှာပါတယ်နော် pre right IG ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် iGCSE မတိုင်ရင်တက်တဲ့ class pre ဟုတ်တယ်နော် now ကျောင်းကြီးမတိုင်ရင်ဆိုတော့တက်တဲ့အတန်းဆိုရင် school preschool ဟုတ်တယ်နော် intermediate pre intermediate pre ဒီကောင်ရဲ့ဆန့်ကျင်ဘက်ဆိုတော့ post 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 graduate post graduate အဲ့ကောင်လည်းကျွန်တော် prefix တွေပဲ now over now under လည်းရှိသေးတယ် overestimate or estimate ကိုကျွန်တော် over ထည့်လိုက်ရင်ပိုတွက်တာ underestimate ဆိုရင် short တွက်တာနော် don't overestimate me don't underestimate me like that right ငါ့ကိုလည်းပိုပြီးမတွက်ထားနဲ့ short လည်းမတွက်နဲ့ like that right so estimate ကိုကျွန်တော် over and under ပေါင်းလို့ရတယ်အဲ့ကောင်တွေအကုန်လုံးကျွန်တော် prefix တွေပဲနော်prefix ရဲ့သဘောတရားတော့ကျွန်တော်ရှေ့ကကောင်နဲ့ဒီ root word နဲ့ဒီကောင်နဲ့ခွဲလို့ရတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုဟာမျိုးကျွန်တော် prefix လို့ခေါ်တာအဲ့ဆိုရင်နည်းနည်းရမလား prefix လေးဒီကောင်ကကျွန်တော်ဟိုမှာပြန်ပါလာအောင်မှာ set point မှာပြန်ပါလာမယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ surface က example နည်းနည်းဒီမှာရှိရနော်အဲ့ surface ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော် I1 set line ဆိုတော့ noun ပြောင်းသွားတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ခုန or actor တို့ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော်ဒီကောင်လည်း noun ပြောင်းသွားတာပဲ now ment ment improve now က ment ကလိုက်လို့ရှိရင် noun ပြောင်းသွားတယ်ဒီကောင်လည်း right အဲ့ able ဒီကောင်လည်းကျွန်တော် surface ပဲအဲ့တော့ဒီကောင်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် able ကနေ enjoy enjoy ကနေ enjoy able ကတ်လိုက်ပြီဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော် adjective ဖြစ်သွားတယ် right enjoy able verb ကနေပြီးတော့ adjective ကိုချိန်သွားတာ right အဲ့တော့ ful လည်းအဲ့တိုင်းပဲ adjective ချိန်တာအဲ့တော့ color ကနေကျွန်တော် full ကတ်လိုက်တယ် colorful ဆိုရင် adjective ဖြစ်သွားတယ် right ly sorry ဒီမှာချက် iy ဖြစ်နေ actually it has to be ly ပြရမှာနော်မှာ type ပြီးမှားထားတာအဲ့တော့ ly ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်များသောအားဖြင့်ကadverb ကိုချိန်သွားတာတခါလေတချို့ words တွေက ly နဲ့ဆုံးမယ် adjective ဆုံးသွားတယ်ရှိရဲအဲ့ဒါများသောအားဖြင့်လို့ချက်ပြောတာအင်္ဂလိပ်စာကျွန်တော် exception တွေအများကြီးရှိရတယ်နော်အဲ့တော့အကုန်လုံးလို့တောက်ပြီးတော့တွက်လို့မရဘူးတချို့ကျတော့ ly နဲ့ဆုံးဝင်မယ်ခိုင်းကြရင်အဲ့ကောင်လေးဒီ adverb မဟုတ်အဲ့ကောင်လေး adjective တွေနော်အဲ့တော့ there is some exception အဲ့တော့ is တွေဆိုခုနကပါသွားတယ်ဟုတ်တယ်နော် course book ထဲမှာမသိပါသွားတယ် is right ဒီကောင်လည်းကျွန်တော် service ထဲမှာပါတယ်နော် is dentist dental right dental dentist now LESS ဆိုကျွန်တော် change meaning လို့ပြောတာ painless meaning လည်း change သွားတယ် now what form လည်း change သွားတယ်အဲ့ဒါဆိုတော့ဆိုကျွန်တော် prefix suffix တွေနားလည်မှာရှင့်ရမယ်နော် okay အဲ့ဆိုကျွန်တော်ဆက်သွားလို့ရပြီအဲ့တော့ဒီကောင်တွေအကုန်လုံးနေကျွန်တော် job နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ service တွေကြီးပဲနော် so dentist which one is that စာအုပ်ထဲမှာလည်းစာဒီမှာပုံမြင်ရမယ်နဲ့ကျွန်တော် which one is dentist picture number 1 yes this one right dentist 1 how about receptionist which one is that receptionist
6
yes she's answering the phone right so 6 yes correct physiotherapist 20 အောက်မှာလည်းရှိသေးတယ်နော် Physiotherapists. I think the picture is here. Which number is physiotherapists? Is you familiar with that usage? Physiotherapists. Physiotherapist ကလည်းဘယ်လိုလူမျိုးတွေလဲဆိုတော့ကျတော့ဒီထားပါတော့လေဖြတ်သွားတဲ့လူနာတွေတို့နောက်ပြီးကြတော့ဟာအယိုးကျိုးထားတဲ့လူနာတို့အဲ့လိုလူနာမျိုးတွေအကြောချင်အယိုးနဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ဟာမျိုးတွေပေါ့နော်အဲ့လိုလူမျိုးတွေကိုကျတော့ပြန်ပြီး recovery ပြန်လုပ်တဲ့အခါမှာ exercise နဲ့ပြန်ပြီးတော့မှသူတို့ပြန် train ပေးတဲ့လူတွေကျတော့ physiotherapist လို့ခေါ်တာဒီမှာဆိုကျတော့
8
8ဟုတ်တယ် yes correct physiotherapist pharmacist
9.
9 yes correct pharmacist 9 doctor
2
2
Two.
yes 2 driving instructor
20.
20.
yes can you see the words here it has been written like driving instructor right so yes 20 and how about cleaner
5.
5 yes 5 is cleaner and firefighter I think he is right here right firefighter
22.
22 yes 22 is firefighter and how about taxi driver
24.
24 yes 24 and how about carpenter which one is carpenter
18.
huh 18 he is dealing with the pipes
17
yes 17 here we can see the saw here right so he is carpenter yes and how about plumber
15
plumber is 16 or 18 16 is he is working with a cable and 18 is he is working with the pipes so plumber which one
18,
is that 18 yes
18.
the one who is working with the pipes is plumber right and police officer which one is that
21.
21 or 23 police officer
23.
23 yes 21 is traffic warden right so yes this one is police officer and how about manager
14
yes
14.
14 the one who is standing there without doing anything so that will be manager right so 14 yes correct and how about waiter and waitress
11 12
12.
11 and 12.
11 and 12 correct paramedic မြန်မာလိုကြောက်ကျတော့သူတို့ဆေးဘက်အကူလို့ခေါ်တယ် like that
3
so 4 right 3 is a nurse right 3 a nurse ကြီးမဟုတ်လားကျတော့ nurse ကကျတော့ဆေးဘက်အကူနဲ့မတူဘူးလေဟုတ်တယ်မ nurse က nurse တက်တာဟုတ်တယ်မ nurse ဆေးဘက်အကူကကျတော့ ambulance တွေပါတယ်မှာလိုက်ထားရှိရယ်အရေးပေါ်သူတို့ဗာလဲဟို emergency ပေးရတဲ့ဟာမျိုးဆိုသူတို့ကျတော့ဒါ paramedic ဆေးဘက်အကူလိုက်လာတယ်လို့နော် so 4 နော် car mechanic
13.
13 yes he is working in a garage so 13 and how about shop assistant
15
15 yes correct shop assistant and how about optician
7.
7 yes we have to check our eyes right so 7 is optician and electrician how about this one
16.
16, teacher.
16, yes. The one who is dealing with the cable. 16, correct? And how about chef?
10.
10, yes, that is quite obvious. 10. And engineer, who is an engineer? 19, yes, he is working at the site. So yes. And how about nurse? And we have finished this one,
Three.
right? Number 3, yes. How about traffic warden?
21.
21, yes, correct. So is there any vocabulary that you don't know, Amen, here? You know every words, right? Okay. Okay, so we can move to listening now. Listening, listen to people talking about their work and what job do you think they do. So you have to listen to like they're talking, and after that you have to decide what job they are talking about. Okay. So we'll do number 2 first. So are you guys ready? Can I play now?
Track 24.
1.
You have to like people doing the job I do, and you have to be very patient, because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible. It's important to be decisive, to be able to make the right decision at the right time. 3.
My job is both an indoor and an outdoor job. I spend quite a lot of time in the office working on plans for buildings and bridges and so on, but I also spend a lot of time on site working with architects and builders. My job really suits me because it's about practical things, but you need technical skills.
4.
My job's quite tiring. I'm on my feet all day. You have to be patient, too. Most customers are really nice, but there are one or two who are just so difficult to please. They say, "This isn't what I ordered," when you know it was what they ordered. Or, "This is too salty," or "This is too spicy." But you have to remember, the customer is always right.
5.
I was always interested in more practical things at school, but I didn't want to go to university, so I got a job as a trainee in a garage. And now I've got my own business, and I've got quite a lot of regular customers whose cars I look after. I've always liked cars, and I've got quite a nice car of my own.
6. I work at the health centre, but I also do some work at the local football club because I specialised in sports injuries when I did my training. It's important to get people moving again after an injury or an operation, but you have to do it very slowly. You start with moving the arm or the leg very gently to begin with, and you give people exercises that they can do at home, which is all part of the process of healing and getting better.
So did you get all the answers? Okay, so let's check. What is number 1?
Traffic warden. Traffic warden.
Traffic warden. How about the others? What have you got for number 1?
Traffic warden, teacher.
Traffic warden.
Traffic warden, the same answer. Okay, so I think you all need to listen for number 1 again, whatever. So how about number 2? Number 2, what have you got?
Paramedic.
Paramedic. Yes, correct. Paramedic. Number 1 မှားထားတယ်ဆိုရင် number 2 ဆက်မပြောရတော့ Paramedic, correct. Parliamentary is paramedic. How about 3?
Engineer.
Engineer.
Engineer, yes, correct. Engineer. And how about number 4?
Waitress. Waitress.
Waitress, waiter, yes, correct. As she is a girl, so we can write down waitress, right? And how about number 5?
Car mechanic.
Car mechanic, yes, correct. And how about the last one?
Physiotherapist.
Physiotherapist, yes, correct. So you just need to listen for number 1, right? So I'll play it again for number 1. This time, pay attention to the phrase that he used and listen carefully, okay?
Track 24.
1,
You have to like people doing their job I do, and you have to be very patient because
What did you hear till now? You have to like people if you want to do the job that I do, and you need to be patient. And
sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B.
sometimes the traffic is quite heavy, so it takes a long time to get from A to B. So what job he is talking about?
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver, yes,
driver.
correct. Not traffic warden, right? You just hear the traffic and you just write down traffic warden, right? He said the traffic is sometimes quite heavy, so it is really a take long time to get from A to B, right? So from one place to another, so it takes so long. And he also likes to have to like people because he is dealing with the like customers. That is why. Okay. So let's move to number 3 now. Number 3 is listen again. So you have to listen again. Who talk about the following? So you have to pay attention to these phrases, and you have to write down that who taught these phrases. The first one is working at a football club, and who is that? You have to write down the answer. Number 2, meeting interesting people. Who is that? And number 3, life and death situation. So who has to deal with life and death situation? And 4, walking inside and outside. And 5, dealing with difficult customers. And for number 6, having their own business. So can I play now for number 3? So I'll play now.
Track 24.
1,
You have to like people doing their job I do, and you have to be very patient because sometimes the traffic's quite heavy and it takes a long time to get from A to B. But you do meet some interesting people. In fact, you'll never guess who I had in the back of my cab the other day.
2. In my job, one of the most important things is to stay calm, because sometimes it's a matter of life and death. We give emergency first aid, and if necessary, we have to get people to hospital as quickly as possible. It's important to be decisive, to be able to make the right decision at the right time. 3.
My job is both an indoor and an outdoor job. I spend quite a lot of time in the office working on plans for buildings and bridges and so on, but I also spend a lot of time on site working with architects and builders. My job really suits me because it's about practical things, but you need technical skills.
4.
My job's quite tiring. I'm on my feet all day. You have to be patient, too. Most customers are really nice, but there are one or two who are just so difficult to please. They say, "This isn't what I ordered," when you know it was what they ordered. Or, "This is too salty," or "This is too spicy." But you have to remember, the customer is always right.
5.
I was always interested in more practical things at school, but I didn't want to go to university, so I got a job as a trainee in a garage. And now I've got my own business, and I've got quite a lot of regular customers whose cars I look after. I've always liked cars, and I've got quite a nice car of my own.
6. I work at the health centre, but I also do some work at the local football club because I specialised in sports injuries when I did my training. It's important to get people moving again after an injury or an operation, but you have to do it very slowly. You start with moving the arm or the leg very gently to begin with, and you give people exercises that they can do at home, which is all part of the process of healing and getting better.
So did you get the answers? So walking at a football club, who is that? Physiotherapist, yes, correct. She is walking at a local football club, right? And who meets interesting people?
Taxi driver.
Taxi driver, yes. As he has to deal with so many customers, so he meets some interesting people. And 3, who have to deal with life and death situations?
Pharmacy.
Paramedic, yes, correct. And how about number 4, walking inside and outside? Who is that?
Engineer.
Engineer, yes, correct. And who deal with difficult customers?
Yeah.
Waitress, correct. And who have their own business? Car mechanic, correct. So did you get all the answers for number 3? So let's continue to number 4. Add the correct services to the word to make a job title. So music, musician, right? Right, how about right? Rider. How about farm work? Farm worker, yes, correct. And how about
Actor.
actor, or you can also add like actress, right? Actor, actress. And how about journal? Journalist, IST, right? Journalist. And number 6, build. Builder, yes, correct. Builder. And direct.
Director.
Director. Garden.
Gardener.
Gardener. Design.
Designer.
Designer. And flight attendant. Flight attendant, right? Yes, ANT, correct. 下面မှာမိုးကြိုးတွေပါပြည့်နေပြီ ရိုးမှာဘယ်လိုလဲ
ဖြစ်နေတယ်ဆိုးတယ်တော်တော်ဆိုးတယ်
မိုးရမ်းသိမ်းမိုးကြိုးတွေပြည့်နေတယ်ကျဲပရင်းပေါင်တာမှာထိုင်နေတာပြစ်လိုက်အောင်တော့ကွက်တီးတယ်
အမေတို့ကပြင်သွားမယ်ဆိုမိုးတွေရမ်းရလို့ပြန်ဝင်လာ
Yes မိုးတော်တော်တဲနေတယ် Okay အဲ့တော့မိုးတဲလဲစတင်ရမှာဆိုတော့ဆက်တင်လိုက်အောင်မနော် အဲ့တော့ use of English မှာ service for job title ဆိုတော့အထွေထူးထပ်မရှင်းတော့เนาะခုန service ကပါလဲဆိုတာရှင်းပြီးသွားပြီဆိုတော့ job title နဲ့ပတ်သက်ရင်ကျတော့ INC ရှိမယ် ER ရှိမယ် IAN IC ANC OR ရှိမယ်ဒီနော်အဲ့တော့ခုန flight attendant ဆိုကြ AND ပေါင်းလိုက်တော့နောက်ကနေနော် flight attendant Okay so for speaking walk in groups and talk about people you know and the job you do so that is way too easy so I'll skip that one and instead I have to explain this one, right? So language tip, if you're not sure how to describe a person job title, you can say this, you can use walk. So he or she work in marketing, he or she work in computing, he or she work in finance, advertising, publishing. Or you can also say he or she work in a shop or work for. Oh, sorry. Work never in Okay, most of drop it out now. So in လဲသုံးတယ် for လဲသုံးတယ်အဲ့တော့ဘယ်နေရာမှာ in သုံးပြီးတော့မှဘယ်နေရာမှာ for သုံးမလဲဘယ်လိုနားလဲလိုက်လဲအဲ့တော့ in နဲ့ for တွေမဟုတ်ကြဘူး how verb တွေပါရှိသေးရဲဆိုတော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့မှပြောပေးမယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ဘာထပ်သုံးသေးလဲဆိုတော့ work နဲ့ပတ်သက်တဲ့ preposition တွေကအများကြီးရှိတယ်ဆိုတော့ in သုံးတယ် for လဲသုံးတယ် at လဲသုံးတယ် on သုံးတယ် with လဲသုံးတယ် as လဲသုံးတယ်အဲ့တော့တခါရဲစက်ကြီးကောင်းတွေပါရှင်းလိုက်မယ်အဲ့တော့ तू ကရှင်းထားတာနှလုံးထဲပဲ ဒါပေမဲ့ကျတော့အဲ့ထက်ပိုပြီးတော့သိအောင်ဒီကောင်ကိုပဲထည့်ချင်လိုက်တော့မယ်နော်အဲ့တော့ walk in ကကျတော့ in နဲ့ for နဲ့က sorry in ရဲ့ for ရဲ့ at တွေကဘာကွဲလဲဆိုတော့ in ကကျတော့နေရာဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင် field နဲ့ပတ်သက်ဆိုတော့ in ကိုသုံးတယ်အဲ့တော့နေရာဆိုတာ she walk in a shop she walk in a library အဲ့တော့ဒီမှာကဈေးဆိုင်မှာလုပ်တယ်ဒီမှာက library မှာလုပ်တယ်ဆိုတာမျိုး generally ပဲပြောလိုက်တာနေရာကိုပဲ generally ပြောလိုက်တဲ့အခါမျိုးမှာကျတော့ in ကိုသုံးတယ် or if we are talking about the field so field နဲ့ပတ်သက်ရင် field ကကျတော့ teaching field မှာတင်နေရလား marketing field မှာတင်နေရလားဒါမှမဟုတ် computing field မှာတင်နေရလား field နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးပြောမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော် in ကိုသုံးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့တော့နေရာနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီး generally ပြောမယ် field နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော် in ကိုသုံးမယ် work နဲ့တွဲပြီးတော့မှနောက်တစ်ခုက for ကကျတော့ကျွန်တော်လေလူတစ်ယောက်နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ထားတော့ I work for her I work for him အဲ့တော့နောက်မှာတရားရောက်နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ person နဲ့လိုက်ပြီးပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်ငါကတော့သူ့အတွက်အလုပ်လုပ်ပေးနေရဆိုတဲ့ပုံစံမျိုး။ထားကြ boss နာမည် mention လုပ်ပေးမယ်ဆိုရင်ငါကသူ့အတွက်အလုပ်လုပ်ပေးနေရဆိုရင် for example I work for Mr. Smith အဲ့လိုသုံးလို့ရတယ် work for နော်။ဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်လည်းကျွန်တော် company တစ်ခုဒီမှာဆိုရင် pharmaceutical company အဲ့ pharmaceutical company တစ်ခုမှာအလုပ်လုပ်နေတယ်လို့ပြောမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော် for ကိုသုံးလို့ရတယ်နော်။ဒါပြီးကြတော့ organization company ဒါမှမဟုတ် organization သုံးမယ်ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော် for ကိုသုံးပေးလို့ရတယ်အဲ့တော့ person company organization ဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော် for နဲ့တွဲတယ်ကြမယ်နော် okay next နောက်တစ်ခုကကျတော့ number 3ကကျတော့ sorry as ကကျတော့ ဆိုတော့ particular ဒီနားမှာမိုးစုပြသွားရည်လည်းတူတယ်နည်းနည်းရာသီဥတုကတိတ်မကောင်းနေတယ်ဟာ okay အဲ့တော့ particular place ဆက်ခဏပြောရရင်ရိုးရိုးပဲ generally ပဲပြောမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကျွန်တော် in ကိုသုံးပြီးတော့မှအဲ့နေရာလေးက particular ဖြစ်သွားပြီဆိုရင်ကျွန်တော်ထားတာ shop library လို့ဒီတိုင်းပဲ general ပြောတော့ in နဲ့သုံးသွားတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်သူ့ကိုပို့ပြီး specific information ပေးတော့မယ်ငါက book store မှာလုပ်နေရဆိုဒီတိုင်းပဲရိုးရိုးတာမယ်ဆိုတော့ in နဲ့သုံးလို့ရတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့ကိုကအဲ့ဟာနေရာလေးကိုကိုက specific ပို့ပြီးတော့ပေးတော့မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ထားတော့ငါကဒီ sample မှာငါတို့နားမှာရှိတဲ့ book store မှာလုပ်မယ်လို့ပြောမယ်ဆိုရင်တော့ကျွန်တော် add နဲ့တွဲသုံးတယ်အဲ့မှာကျတော့နော်အဲ့နောက်တစ်ခုကကျတော့ကျွန်တော် particular place ဆိုတော့ထားတော့ Ministry of Education ဆိုတော့မြန်မာနိုင်ငံမှာတစ်ခုပဲရှိတာနိုင်ငံတိုင်းမှာတစ်ခုပဲရှိတာဟုတ်တယ်နော်အဲ့ဝန်ကြီးဌာနမှာလို့လဲဆိုတော့နိုင်ငံတိုင်းမှာဝန်ကြီးဌာနတစ်ခုတည်းစီပဲရှိတာအဲ့တော့ကိုကပြောလိုက်တာနဲ့ဘာဆိုတော့သူတို့မျက်စိရမှာတန်းကလေးပေါ်သွားတဲ့ဟာမျိုးဆိုရင်လည်းကျွန်တော် add နဲ့ပဲသုံးတာရမလားရှင်ဟုတ်မယ်နော် okay နောက်တစ်ခါကျတော့ work on ကတော့ဆိုတော့ project ဒါမှမဟုတ် task တစ်ခုလုပ်နေရဆိုတော့အဲ့ကောင် on နဲ့တွဲသုံးတယ်နော် I'm working on it I'm working on the project I'm working on the task အဲ့လိုသုံးတယ်အဲ့တော့ with ကကျတော့ with နဲ့ for ဘာကွာလဲဆိုတော့လေဆိုတော့ person နဲ့ပဲ someone နဲ့ပဲသုံးတာပဲဒါပေမဲ့ for ဆိုအဲ့လူတက်ကွာအဲ့လိုပြောဆိုပြောချင်တာ तू ကကိုယ့်ရဲ့ boss ပေါ့ဒါကကျတော့ partner သဘောမျိုးသွားတာငါနဲ့သူနဲ့လို့တွဲလုပ်နေတာဆို with နဲ့သုံးတယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်ဆိုတော့ occupation နဲ့တွဲတော့မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင် as နဲ့ပဲတော့ပြောတာ I'm working as a teacher ဒါမှမဟုတ်ကိုက teaching field ဆိုရင် I'm working in teaching field လို့သုံးလို့ရတယ်ဒါမှမဟုတ်တစ်ခါရဲ့ occupation နဲ့တွဲသုံးမယ်ဆိုရင် I'm working as a teacher လို့တွဲသုံးတယ်အဲ့ဒါဆိုရင် work နဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့မှအမျိုးမျိုးသုံးတဲ့ preposition 6လုံးရှိတယ်ရမလားရှင်အဲ့ဒါလေးနောက်တစ်ပတ်တော့ပြန်မေးရလားရတယ်နော် okay ဒီအားလေးကိုဒီချက်ပို့ပေးဖို့လိုသေးလားဒီ file လေးပို့လို့သေးလား
ပို့ပေးပါချေ
ပို့ပေးပါ okay အဲ့ဒါချက် group နဲ့ပို့လိုက်မယ်ဝဲမဟာကောင်းနေတာ okay အဲ့တော့လိုချင်တဲ့လူရှိရင်ဒီချက်တစ်ခါလေးပို့ပေးလိုက်မယ်အဲ့တော့ဟိုလိုလို့ရှိရင်တော့ download ဆွဲထားလိုက်ပါဒါမှမဟုတ်ကိုမက်မိရဆိုလို့ရှိရင်မဆွဲလိုက်ရအောင်ဆိုတော့နည်းနည်းလေးဆိုတော့နဲပေမဲ့ကျွန်တော်နောက်ကျရင်တော့ရောအောင်ပါမပူနဲ့ okay အဲ့တော့ရမယ်နော်ဒီကောင်လေးကို skip လိုက်ပြီနော် speaking လေးကို skip လိုက်ပြီ okay so next a day in a life to be a firefighter what kind of person do you need to be so we can use all the adjectives that we have learned from unit 11 right so if we want to be a firefighter what kind of person do we have to be brave yes and just brave brave ပဲလားဟာ words တွေရှိသေးလား firefighter ဖြစ်ချင်ရင်တတိရှိရမယ် and after that how about adventurous you have to take risks right so brave adventurous and is there any more adjectives that you can think of
Kind.
Kind, yes, correct. Kind. So you have to say people, so you need to be kind first. Yes, correct. So kind, brave, adventurous. Is there any more adjectives that you can think of?
Optimistic.
Optimistic. Yes, we need to be optimistic too. How about like decisive? We need to be decisive because you have to deal with a risky condition. So you have to make the right decision at the right time, right? So you also have to be decisive. အဲ့တွေဘိုက်စာနေကြလားညီတို့ကြီးကဘိုက်စာနေတယ်လို့ပဲဟုတ်လား
ချက်ခဏမှစားတာမှာသူပြန်
ခဏ
စား
မှ
တာ
စားထားပြီပဲပြန်စားတယ်ဆိုစဉ်းစားလိုက်ရတာကောင်တော့အဲ့လိုလေငါတို့လေထိုင်နေကြတော့ဖိုင်ရမ်းခါနေကြတာဒါမှမဟုတ်မိုးကြိုးတွေပြလို့ကြောက်နေကြတာလားမသိဘူးဒါခဏမနေ့ကမှပြန်ပြောထားတာခဏမှပြန်ပြောထားတာအဲ့လိုမျိုးတွေများရှိလားတော့မရှိလား
ချက်မဟုတ်အေးကြီးက action
အေးအိတ်ချင်လားအေးပါဦးတမီးရပူနေအရင်ကြီးဒီမှာမီးတော့လာနေပြီ okay okay အဲ့တော့ကျွန်တော်ဗာလေးဖြည့်ကြည့်မလဲဆိုတော့ဆော်တည်းနော်ဆော်တည်းရဆို read the descriptions of the typical day in the life of our father is there anything surprise you อ่ะလေဒါကလေမေးတိုင်းမင်းကျောင်းသားတွေကဘာမှ surprise မဖြစ်ဘူးလို့ဖြေကြတယ်အဲ့တော့မဖြေတော့ဘူးဒီကောင်နော်မဖြေတော့ဘဲနဲ့ထောင်ဖတ်မယ်ဖတ်ပြီးသွားရင်ဆိုဒီကောင်လေးဖြေမယ်နံပါတ်2လေးဖြေမယ်နော် find the words in the test for the following အဲ့ phrase လေးပေးထားတယ်ဒီကောင်လေးနဲ့အထိပ္ပယ်တူတဲ့ words ကိုကျွန်တော်ဆောက်ရအောင်တော့ပြန်ရှာအောင်မယ်နော်အဲ့ချက်ခဏလေးမီးလေးထင်းလာအောင်ဖြေထားပြီနော် So have you finished, guys? So let's check the answers together. The first one has been done. So we'll start with number 2. Things you have to do as part of your job. So the answer is, what is the answer? Yes, correct.
Duties.
Duties. Correct. This one, right? Duties. And the third one, whether it's serious or dangerous situation that needs immediate action.
Emergency.
Emergencies. Yes, correct. Emergencies. And how about number 4? The people living in a particular area.
Community.
Community. Yes, correct. Community. And number 5, pipes at the side of the road connected to the water system and used to get water to stop fires.
Hydrant.
Hydrant. Correct. Hydrant. And 6, a careful look at something to check, for example, that it's working properly. What have you got for 6? Number 6 现在讲的是 Number 6.
Inspection.
Inspection, yes, correct. Right here, right? Inspections for number 6. And number 7, a period of work in a place such as a factory or a hospital. What is the answer? What have you got for 7? Did you get it? Yeah. Yeah.
Station duties.
Shift. Can you see that sentence in your book? Yes, because that will be 2 whites, right? So for number 7 and 8, you maybe you can't see the answer because that is too blurry in your book, right? So yes, that there is a sentence that before leaving, we make sure the people working on the next shift are ready to take over. So shift will be the answer for number 7. And for number 8, to start being responsible for something. It's take over. Yes, correct. So you didn't get the answer for number 7 and 8, right? As you can see this one. At first, I also didn't see the answer because it is also blurry in my book. So when I look at it in the PDF file, I can see the answer. 这ပထမ6ဖြေတာဒီတရားခိုင်6ဖြေတာဒါပေမဲ့ match မဖြစ်ဘူးကွာ meaning อ่ะအဲ့ဒါကြောင့်တော့ PDF file နဲ့ကျွန်တော် sentence ကတစ်ချောင်းပြအောင်နေ Okay တချက်ပြောမိသွားတာလေဒါပေမဲ့တချို့စာအုပ်တွေကလေပါတယ်ဒီလားတချို့နေနောက်ပိုင်းရိုက်တဲ့စာအုပ်တွေကနည်းနည်းနဲတချို့တော့ပထမရိုက်တဲ့စာအုပ်တွေကကျတော့တော်တော်ဖြူနေတယ်ဆိုတော့သမီးတို့ထားတာမပါဘူးပေါ့နော် Okay so you get all the answers for number 2, right? So let's look at the number 3. Read the text again. What does the firefighter feel about the different aspects of her job? What does she enjoy and what isn't she so keen on? So what are the things that she enjoy concerned with her daily routine? What does she enjoy?
Sitting down and having a break for lunch.
Everyone like enjoying break time for lunch, right? And is there any more things that she enjoy? Either there is one more thing she enjoy.
Keeping up with new technology.
Yes, because of she mentioned like I'm interested in finding out how things work. It means that she likes to learn new technology, right? So in other words, she enjoys learning new technology too, like that, right? So what are the things that she isn't keen on? The things that she doesn't like.
Sometimes walking out.
Yes, I don't feel like working out. It means that she didn't like working out, right? But they have to do that to keep fit as a firefighter, right? Okay. So will you get the answer for number 3? Really, I mean, okay. I'm not, use of English they kept your mind. So use of English are both and prepositions, both plus ing. So after some, forget that is quite easy. So after some but we use ing form of the verb, not an infinitive. The verb and noun ing not another verb for ing form in like that. For example, you can't risk taking out equipment. So risk the noun so take ing form in like that. I don't feel like working out. Feel like the noun another verb for ing form. I don't feel like working out like that. ဒါမှမဟုတ်လို့ရှိရင်လေတချို့ preposition တွေတော်တော်များများနောက်မှာကျတော့ ing လိုက်တယ်နော် as well as နောက်မှာကျတော့ responding right and we always said find checking find plus checking အဲ့တော့ preposition တွေတော်တော်များရဲ့နောက်မှာ ing လိုက်ပြီးတော့မှတချို့ verb တွေရဲ့အနောက်မှာဆိုတော့ verb တွေတော်ဒီမှာထုတ်ပြီးသားဒီ verb တွေအကုန်လုံးနောက်မှာကျတော့ plus နောက်မှာ another verb ကို ing form နဲ့ထည့်လို့ရတယ်လို့ပြောတာအဲ့တော့ for example like I advise like studying. How about studying? I advise studying in the early morning because I'm too sleepy for that, right? So advise doing something, right? I advise smoking, I advise drinking alcohol, I advise studying, whatever. And enjoy, like I enjoy doing nothing like that, right? So enjoy plus ing. Or I feel like taking a rest or taking a nap right now, right? The get feeling okay. So I finished like doing homework like that, right? I finished doing homework and I give up studying right now like that. That's I'm still sleeping. And involve for example, this activity involves speaking in English like that, right? Involve plus ing. And practice playing the guitar, I'm practice playing the piano, I'm practice speaking with my teacher like that, right? Great. I can't risk like climbing the tree as it is too high like that, right? And I suggest dismissing the class right now like that, right? So suggest plus ing. So can you do that? Dali, you don't mind. I suggest dismissing the class about to get dismissed like one. So is there any question for today's lesson, guys? As we are so hungry. Okay, so bye-bye, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.